weekend as well. I got Capitals games. I got Terps games happening now. Terps on a bowl bid here. We'll learn more later in the week about all that. But we've also got soccer heating up, and the Baltimore Blast have begun, which means that our pal Carl Delmont has begun up in Harrisburg. He is the new owner of the Harrisburg Heat. And, of course, Fremont Mortgage has been a partner of ours for many, many years here and sponsoring all of our live events. We're going to be on Wednesday night up at Christopher Daniel in Timonium with Zach Orr and Anthony Levine. We'll be swabbing for the bone marrow registry. No one's been more supportive of that than Carl Delmont from Fremont Mortgage. And then Thursday night, we'll be up in his homeland at Greenmount Station in Hampstead, Carroll County, where so you're still coaching soccer, Carl Delmont, or you just owning a soccer team at this point? I know you still got daughters that are playing.
Yeah, no, I'm still coaching.
You've just added another dimension to the whole thing here, huh?
Exactly.
Tell me about the Heat. Tell me how you're doing and all that. First off, I've told you a million times, if I ever got wealthy and wanted to waste my money, I'd buy a hockey team and bring it to Baltimore. I've told Ed Hale that many times. I've told Ted Leontis that. But that's just me beer talking. That's not like really doing it. You actually did it, and I guess the feeling you get when you win a game, that's why you own a team, right?
I mean, it's rewarding seeing, a team that won one game last year, and it was the very last game, and sadly against a team that already made the playoffs, so they didn't play their best player. So, we're winning. We're second place right now, and after the first month of the season, which, it's always good to win, and things are happening now. It's just the way they get the word out, so fans will start coming, so, we can get some ticket sales.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's a chicken egg, right? I mean, if the brand wasn't there to begin with, then it's up to you to build the brand. You probably wouldn't have it any other way, right? But that being said, winning soccer games and getting out in the community, that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of work in the community with the schools, the youth teams, and charities. We have fundraisers where, even teams, in this listing area, if you want to make money instead of doing a car wash or you want to pay for your indoor season, come out, buy tickets. What we do is waive the taxes and all the other things on them because we call it a group sale. And what we do is we refund $5 back per ticket. So we had a couple teams come in, and they made like almost $500 just for coming to watch our game.
Wow, okay.
To help pay for their indoor season. So, make a day trip, come on up, watch the game, and get paid to watch.
Harrisburg Heat, the next home game is December the 3rd, this Saturday night. It's Fremont Mortgage Field at the Harrisburg Farm Show Arena, where I've been many, many times back in the day to see the Spirit and the Blast playing Cedar Rapids on Saturday night. For the industry that you're in, and I guess it's been a little while, a couple weeks since we chatted, since Niels came to town, and I've seen you at a couple of our events, and I know we're doing some live events all month long where we're going to be swabbing. Just home buying and where the mortgage industry is, and I guess where the whole universe is with the election and sort of the surprise of the election. The home buying is still sort of hot. I checked that out in the real estate. Apparently it hasn't had a whole lot of effect yet on what you do for a living, right?
Well, I mean, we saw a little bit of a change when rates went up that 1 week. But for the most part, we're seeing that, fourth quarter, and I just saw a chart the other day, fourth quarter is actually coming up pretty strong on second quarter in the spring. So, people right now with the lack of inventory, I think what they're looking for, the motivated buyers, motivated sellers, they're not really looking at, I need to be in by the time my kids start school, or I need this, I need that. What they're looking for is, I'm looking for a house with these features in this area, and when that house comes available, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, they're ready to move. So I think it's a good thing because it sort of levels out. It's like dollar cost averaging your 401k, but it's something that I think is good for the economy. The thing that's going to be interesting, though, is that, as Trump's first 100 days and everything else that goes on, I think we'll see some volatility back and forth as investors try to figure out what's going to happen. But for now, oil seems to be retreating a little bit, and that's helping mortgage rates a tad. There's just a lot of, I think, run-up and speculation that has to be corrected. But for the most part, I think rates have still been remaining relatively low. And I think home buying is going to be strong going into this whole year, 2017. So we're fairly optimistic.
Well, if you're in a situation where you're looking for some information, Carl's been a great wealth of information for us here at WNST as well. You can go out to Fremont Mortgage and learn more about all the stuff they do, including an educational part of that to learn a little bit about getting into the market. And even if you want to refinance, I don't hear much about refinancing so much this year as I have maybe in previous years.
Well, we did. We'd had, for a little bit of time when rates dropped pretty significantly, whenever rates drop, people want to refinance. When rates move back up a little bit, then you don't hear as much about that. And that's actually a common mistake people make because they think that, I have to lower my rate by 2 percentage points. That's an old rule from the 80s when rates were, in the mid-teens. you really don't need to have a 2% drop. Now, on a smaller loan, like a $70,000, $80,000 mortgage, you probably do. But once you get above that, even a 1% in larger loans, sometimes even a quarter or 0.5% can be enough to save money. But we have some programs that actually help people, even if the rate is almost the same. We can get rid of mortgage insurance and a few other factors and drop their payment $200, $300, $400 a month. And remember, when you refinance to save that kind of money, that's after-tax dollars. So, that's money in your pocket. That's not like, getting a part-time job where you make $400 and you bring home, $280. If we save you $300, $400 a month, that $300, $400 a month is right there in your pocket.
Well, it starts to add up to look like $5,000 a year, and that's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, and for most people, it can do a lot of things. It's money that you can put toward your 529 plan for college. You can pay down, other bills. We tell a lot of people the thing to do is maybe go after your car payment because it's a fixed rate installment loan. And if you can pay your car off instead of 5 years or maybe 1.5 years and drive it for the same 5 years, well, guess what? Now you're pocketing not only the savings from our loan, but then the car payment as well. So in a short period of time, you might be able to have like $1,000 a month of after-tax savings in your pocket. Then now you can turn around and build up your savings, build up your 401k, do a number of things. So it's just a strategy that a lot of people need to embrace but don't really think about.
Always there with some tips and some help to save you some dough. Fremont Mortgage Funding and Fremont Mortgage. He's Carl Delmont, a frequent contributor to all things we do around here. Also the owner of the Harrisburg Heat. You can learn more about what they do up in Harrisburg on the soccer side at Harrisburg Heat. And I know you got games with the Blast down here with Ed Hale and all that stuff going on. And, of course, former Blast member Denison Cabral, the coach running the program up there. Hey, speaking of this, before I get rid of you, we got to talk U.S. soccer, right? Talk about changing coaches and whatnot. A very, very tumultuous time for soccer in America, right?
Yeah, the women's team is doing great. And then, of course, they had an early exit from the Olympics, which was, fairly unprecedented. The men's team is not doing great here in the Hex. And, it looked like you could tell the writing was on the wall for Klingsman. He's done a lot for U.S. soccer, but, I guess the fans want more. And there was pressure. There's going to be, a 3-month lag before the next game. So now to bring in someone, it's interesting they brought in Arena because, he had his chance years ago. He's done quite well with L.A. Galaxy, and, he definitely knows what he's doing. Just was curious, after they brought in, players of German descent, you're wondering if they were going to try to go maybe for someone with maybe a South American background or some other background to come in. But, we'll see what happens.
The background only goes so far when your players can't do what you want them to do, right?
Yeah, but there's also the thought that, he does play players that, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's some players that got a lot of playing time that every time I saw the starting lineup, I just scratched my head. And, maybe he plays his favorites. I'm not really sure. I like the move of Pulisic to the 10 spot. I thought that was a more natural position for him. I think if he was playing the attacking mid and Bradley continues to play holding mid, I think that gives them a lot of opportunity. I do like Bobby Wood up top, and I think Jordan Moore should get another chance. He's another Stanford guy to win his brief cup of tea up there.
Well, when you're losing 4-0, it's kind of hard to assess the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not a huge out-the-door fan, and I think some of the back line looks a little bit confused back there. They made a lot of mistakes. Brooks got megged, I think, 4 times, 2 resulted in goals. You get to the point you wonder if they no longer are playing for the coach, if they don't really care.
Well, and clearly they've made a change in that department, and it can only go north, and we'll see with Bruce Arena, who's an accomplished guy as well, and a guy who's been on our program from time to time as well. Carl, always great to have you on. Tell everybody how to find you out of Fremont as well as out at the Harrisburg Heat.
Yeah, sure. So harrisburgheat.com. You can get tickets this weekend. We have a great event called Bands, Bikes, and Brews Night. We have 3 bands, 27 microbreweries, and Harley dealerships coming up. So really cool. And the weekend after, we have Hero Night. I'm kidding. We're talking about Hero Night. We have the Avengers will be there. All the Avengers superheroes will be there, and we have a bunch of theme things. We're giving money back to a number of charities. So really cool stuff going on there. But harrisburgheat.com. We have ticket specials. We even have some signed Christian Pulisic U.S. men's national team jerseys.
I saw that ad on Facebook. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He plays for the team that Jen's donor's brother is a physical therapist for at Borussia Dortmund. So, yes.
Yeah, Dortmund. Yeah. So he's doing well out there. His father's in the Hall of Fame for the Heat. So his mother was kind enough. I bought a bunch of jerseys, and she took them to the U.S. versus Mexico game, got them signed for me, and then called me when she got back and got to meet her, and she handed me a box full of jerseys. So
he's going to be an American hero before it's all over with, right? Still, what's he, 19? So. Is he 20? How old is he?
He just turned 18.
18?
Just like, I think last month. And the cool thing is, the jerseys we bought, he was number 17 his whole career with the U.S. men's national team, short as it was. And then as soon as he went to the Mexico game, if his mom had the jerseys, he changed to number 10. So the good news is our jerseys are probably worth more because, he's no longer plays with that number. But
yeah, he won't be having any 17s in the future, right? He'll get what he wants.
You're pretty much, yeah.
Probably.
Carl
Delmont.
You can reach us there. And then, of course, at Fremont, 800-955-8508 or Fremont.com, FREEDMONT.com, NMLS number 1067, Equal Housing Lender.
I knew you were going to get the 1067 in there. I appreciate that. Carl, enjoy the week. Enjoy the victories. Saturday night, good luck to you guys against Cedar Rapids up there in Harrisburg.
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
You got it, Carl Delmont. He'll be with us as well as Fremont Mortgage on Wednesday night as we're at Christopher Daniel and Timonium swabbing for the Bone Marrow Registry, doing some radio with Zach Orr as well as Ravens special teamer Anthony Levine, who we're trying to give the Pro Bowl, a push to. I told him that. So it's been a long time. I've never had him on the show. He's got a wicked sense of humor. I'm looking forward to having Anthony Levine out for the first time. That's Wednesday at Christopher Daniel in Timonium. Thursday, we move north up to Hampstead. That's up where Carl Delmont usually frequents and says hello at Greenmount Station. I'll have the fried crab cakes. Thank you very much. Dennis Pitto will be with us again on Thursday night up at Greenmount Station in Hampstead. Stop by, say hello, get swabbed for the Bone Marrow Registry. It's all brought to you by Fremont Mortgage. I'm Nestor. This is WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports